niggas just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Rams and the Colts, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From SoFi Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle they go. It's McDaniel, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
Here's Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
To throw on second down. Mobley. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To throw from his end zone. Mobley. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Ready?
They'll run on first down with Akers. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pick up on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Stafford on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Wk18. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costs you. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Mobley. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mobley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Mobley. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Back to throw. Mobley. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. from just shy of midfield. Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost a leg into the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing incompletion.
And some space here. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Stafford. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On 1st and 10, Stafford buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To try again after the sack. Stafford, that's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Wk18. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Colts. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Rams getting set to go now. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Mobley. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Stafford, and it's intercepted in the end zone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. But, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mobley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? So my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these...
Touchdown, Rams! Jacob Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down. Mobley. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come to half. And we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Mobley. And the pressure gets to him again. Mario Edwards Jr. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mobley. And he'll find Pittman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quran Williams. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Stafford. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On the give, this is Akers. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeForest Buckner with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Leonard Floyd drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A give running right is Akers. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 2. And the Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much
much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Looking to throw. Mobley. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Mobley. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job?
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him in contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll check this one down to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 75. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now Stafford and the Rams down 21-17. A minute 53 remaining. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Stafford completes this to Jefferson, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Stafford. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Yet another another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Back to Taylor on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. L.A. readies for its next possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up in...
It's another one.